Ah, you must be the Arcane University's newest edition. This humble... Battle Mage bids you welcome.
Good day. I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in all. By all accounts, he preaches that the attack on Anvil Chapel is an omen of some kind of coming doom. You should go to Anvil and hear him for yourself, if you're interested. If you need, buy.
You seem quite intrigued. Any friend of Martin's is a friend of mine. How can I help you? What can I interest you in? I let that go too cheap. Thank you for your business. You too.
Hello again. Amantius Electus was killed during a burglary. They say the house was ransacked. May I interest you in some of my fine wares? I let that go too cheaply. Tell your friend good day.
Let's hear it.
You have my ear, citizen.
Any friend of the... Let's do business. You bought that for an excellent deal. You bought that. You're a fine negotiator. An excellent deal. Tell your friends about... Bye.
By the strength and guidance of the Nine, who comes before us upon this sacred ground, seeking the cuirass of the Divine Crusader? Step forward, adventurer, and face us each in honorable combat. For the vows we fail to revere in life, we shall uphold in death. No unworthy soul shall lay hands upon this sacred artifact without the leave of the Knights of the Nine. Sir Gregory, you are defeated. Sir Casimir, step forward. Impressive. You have bested Sir Casimir. Now face Sir Ralphus.
Whoa!
Sir Ralphus, you have fallen. Step back and let the challenge continue. Sir Henrik, come forward and prove yourself. You have overcome half of us, and yet you remain standing. Perhaps Sir Caius shall test your true mettle. You show a fury of faith that I have not seen in centuries. But now you face Sir Junkin. You have lost, Sir Junkin. Sir Torolf, show the challenger the ferocity of the North. You have stood against the Knights of the Nine and lived. However, the final test is upon you. Ready yourself, Sir Knight, and face me! Sir Sir Knight. In 300 years, none have stood against us and lived. Step forward and claim what is yours by right. May your faith be true. By the Nine! I've not seen such strength! Could you be... No, you cannot. You are simply a noble knight. You completed the quest that I could not. I'm glad that my death at least served to lead you here, as I had hoped. The original Order of the Nine was founded with the intention of safekeeping the Crusaders' relics. In life, we failed at this task. In death, we seek to preserve what little we accomplished while we wait for one to come and finish what we began. The original Order of the Nine, one of the mightiest knights of my day. It was a great boost to the Order's prestige when he joined. Unfortunately, he and I did not see eye to eye on certain matters. He left the Order during the War of the Red Diamond and never returned. May your sword strike true.
Greetings, Sir Knight. We had only the best of intentions. Truly we did. We meant only to serve the Nine and the Empire. It's hard to believe it all went so wrong. May your sword strike...
The cuirass of the Crusader represents our greatest achievement as servants of the Nine. We protect it, even in death. Our greed for the relics overshadowed our faith in the Nine. I can only hope that you are stronger than we were.
True.
Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
Greetings, Sir Knight. Though we went our separate ways when the Order fell, we all served the Nine in our hearts. All but one. May the Nine guide your way.
Greetings, Sir Knight. In matters of faith, one cannot be bogged down in the affairs of this world. Learn from us. Cast aside your treasures and serve the Nine. Go. With
The cuirass of the Crusader represents our greatest achievement as servants of the Nine. Complacency proved to be our greatest enemy. The service of the Nine requires eternal vigilance.
virtue.
Walk with the Nine.
Greetings. The wars of men undermine the service of the Nine. Do not follow in our mistakes.
Sir
May
Knight.
the Nine guide your way.
Your sword and your faith are true. You may claim the cuirass with my leave. In death, we continue the work that escaped us in life. The relics must still be guarded, for someday they shall be needed once more. Alas, my old comrade is not among us here. We do not know why his spirit did not join us here to guard our last relic. We were estranged in life, but I had hoped that in death we could be reconciled. For my part, I now know that I am largely to blame for the ruin of the old order. Sir Amiel takes too much upon himself. I will say no more. Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
We took an oath to protect the cuirass in death. The one who could defeat us is the one who is meant to have it. May your sword strike true. Greetings, Sir Knight. Go with virtue.
Greetings, Sir Knight. May the Nine...
I wish to see you succeed where I failed. I was on the path to the boots of the Crusader, but died before I reached them. Do you wish to learn what little I know? I cannot tell you exactly how to find the boots, for that will be up to Kinnereth. I can tell you to seek out her priests, though. West of the Imperial City, on the edge of the Great Forest, is a shrine. You will find them there, and they will tell you what you need to know. The boots are safeguarded by Kinnereth herself. You must be tested and prove yourself worthy to acquire them.
Guide
Walk
your
with the
way.
Nine, Sir Knight.
I am at your service, Commander. May your sword strike.
Greetings, Sir Knight. The boots have been guarded by Kinnereth herself for the longest time. Sir Junkin went after them and never returned.
True, walk with the Nine. If you are true to the teachings of Julianus, it may be possible for you to find the shield of the Crusader. When the Order crumbled, I set out on my own. After years of searching, I found the shield and brought it to Fort Bulwark for safekeeping. With the help of a few trusted friends, I began work to keep the shield safe for all eternity. I never saw my work finished. I died defending the fort from those who would take and misuse the shield. I never saw our work finished. I trust that the others carried on without me. It lies in the southeast of Cyrodiil, near the Black Marsh border. If all went according to plan, it should be very well guarded now. Believe in yourself, and use your knowledge wisely. You will pass through unharmed, and the shield will be yours. Look to the southeast of Cyrodiil to find it. I cannot say for certain what is inside, but be prepared for anything. History and knowledge are his domain. He is the god of wisdom and logic. He teaches us, know the truth, observe the law. When in doubt, seek wisdom from the wise. The shield is safeguarded within Fort Bulwark. It is protected, and care must be taken when attempting to find it. Go with virtue.
You have my tribute, Sir Knight. In 300 years, none have passed the gauntlet. In 300 years, we have never known hope. But for the first time, it seems that someone may succeed where we have failed. I see in you the chance to redeem our souls and restore the Order. And now, I must ask you to press forward where I could not. I must ask you to face the challenge of Zenithar. I was arrogant and foolhardy. I sought personal glory. I placed my own will and my own lust for fame over the will of the Nine. In facing the challenge of Zenithar, I failed. I tried dozens, no, hundreds of times to reach the mace. I fell each time. And each time I awoke in the chapel, I leapt again. I tried to enlist the help of the other knights, but none would come to my aid. The inscription says to walk in the faith, but even now, I do not know what this means. Below the chapel of Zenithar and Leowyn, there is a shrine to the great craftsman St. Calidus. Those seeking the mace must pray before the shrine. When you bow, you will receive a vision, or perhaps not. It is unclear. The priest saw that my body never moved, but it felt so real. You will see the mace, separated from you by a great chasm. The chasm represents your doubt. Your faith must be your guide across it. This is what I know. As I said, my faith was weak. I did not understand the test, and I fell from the platform each time I tried to cross. I have told you all that I know. All that is left is for you to prove yourself more worthy than I. If you seek the mace, travel to Leowyn's chapel, kneel at the shrine in the Undercroft, and let your faith in the Nine be the salvation of us all. Legends say that when Pelinal Whitestrake was slain by the Aelids, a messenger carried the mace to the human settlement of Leowyn as a message. Centuries later, the master craftsman St. Calidus built the chapel of Zenithar in Leowyn as a tribute to the legend. When St. Calidus was laid to rest, those who prayed to Zenithar at his tomb began to receive visions of the mace of the Crusader. Of the original divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided by Kinnereth's natural world. The two work in harmony, the natural world providing for the craftsmen. One cannot revere Zenithar without acknowledging the power of Kinnereth. May the Nine guide your way.
I know where you may find the gauntlets of the Crusader, for I was the one who lost them. Though many know where they are still lost. I believe there is something you must do in order to retrieve them. Would you listen to my tale and learn of the gauntlet's fate? When the Order fractured, I followed Sir Beric into war, taking the gauntlets with me. When it was over, I returned to Cyrodiil. I attempted to return to the service of the Nine, but the war had changed me. I no longer had sympathy for the weak or pity for the suffering. In the brief time I was there, I did more to hurt the chapel than help it. It was there that I was cursed. A beggar who came to the chapel each day for help tried my patience one too many times. I lost my temper and struck him. My blow landed harder than I had intended, and he fell to the floor dead, killed in the very chapel of the God of Mercy. I left the chapel at once, of course, but the damage was done. I was weak, constantly weary, and lacked the energy to do almost anything. Ah, yes. As proof of the deed, when I struck the poor man, the gauntlets slipped right off my hands and fell to the floor. Heavy as stone, they would not move. None could lift them. I suspect they lie there still, in Coral's chapel. You must prove to Stendarr you are worthy to lift the gauntlets once more. Seek out the priests in Coral. Perhaps they can help you. It was placed on me for defying the teachings of Stendarr in his very chapel. My entire lineage was ruined by this curse. Whether it is connected to the fate of the gauntlets, I do not know. I have no doubt that they still lie within the chapel of Stendarr in Coral. No mortal man could lift them. When Sir Junkin died while questing after the boots, I mourned his loss. Now I wonder if perhaps it was a mercy that he left us when he did. Sir Ralvis quested for the mace after Sir Beric's betrayal. He believed that with the mace, he would be able to bring the rest of us together. He stayed in the chapel of Leyawiin for months, attempting the test over and over. He hardly ate, hardly slept. In the end, he failed. He left the chapel broken and beaten. Sir Amiel found his body and laid him to rest here at the Priory. May your sword strike true.
Greetings, Sir Knight. Sir Junkin was lost attempting to find the gauntlets. At least he was spared from the tragedy of the Order's last days. After Beric betrayed us, Sir Ralvis journeyed to the chapel of Leyawiin to attempt Zenithar's test of faith. He tried to reach the mace again and again, failing each time. He became obsessed with it, refusing food or drink for days. When I finally received word of his quest, I went searching for him. But I was too late. Sir Junkin helped me carry his body back here. I failed my friend, and I failed Zenithar. Perhaps you can succeed where Sir Ralvis could not, and redeem us both. May the Nine guide your way.
How may I serve you, Commander? The gauntlets were recovered by Sir Casimir, one of our few victories during our time. But then, even our victories became our failure. May your sword strike true.
Find the priestesses of Kinnereth. Only they can guide you to the boots. All I can do is set you on the path. Sir Henrik spent his days looking for the shield. He was so determined. We all were in those days. Walk with the Nine, Sir Knight.
Greetings, Sir. Sir Casimir took the gauntlets to war with him. After what happened with Berich, who would try to stop him? Go with virtue.
Greeting! Sir Henrik wasn't drawn into the war as so many of us were. His mind never left the shield. May the Nine guide your way.
I am at... May your sword strike...
Have you recovered?
True.
Have you... Casimir left with the gauntlets when the Order dissolved. I heard that he lost them, but I had my own problems to deal with. May your sword
Seek out the priests in the chapel of
strike
Go
true.
with virtue. Hello!
What's going on with you?
The skooma trade is making a lot of money for the tribes and elsewhere. And a lot of that is going to the Renridra Kryn.
If the Empire isn't going to stop the skooma trade, who will?
See ya.
Good day. You choose to share your time with me? You...
Please the Nine with good works, and visit way shrines of Stin.
What can I do for you? Be seeing you.
Yes? Take care. What brings you here?
What brings you to the altar of Kinnereth, my child? No one wants to live in the Gerald Mountains. Well, maybe in Bruma. But they're like Nords. They don't feel the cold. You have been in the chapel of Kinnereth from the moment you stepped outdoors. Have you not felt her presence? We gather here to pay tribute to all of the blessings she bestows upon us. You would seek the holy relic Kinnereth has bestowed upon the world. Then you must prove yourself worthy. Kinnereth's creations guard her relic, and you must pass the test before you may be granted the boots. I cannot say what it will be, for I do not know. Kinnereth herself will decide in what manner you shall be tested. All I can do is direct you to the Grove of Trials, and remind you to heed Kinnereth's teachings. Fear and respect nature and all her creations. Indeed, nature itself is Kinnereth's domain. All its creatures are her wards. You would do well to remember this when it comes time for your test. Not far from here, to the west, nestled within the great forest, it is a place many would overlook. I warn you that it is unwise to take anyone with you. You should go there alone. Then proceed directly to the grove, as your test has begun. Kinnereth may choose to guard you along the way. That is up to her. Good luck. You must be tested by Kinnereth before you are worthy of the boots. Be seeing you.
What can I... Farewell. What can I... It simply wouldn't be right to build over Kinnereth's works, simply so we could worship her. So our altar is here, in the chapel she has created. The boots could only be granted to one who values Kinnereth's works. It pleases me to see that you are that one. Be seeing you.
Yes? Where better to meet and pray to Kinnereth than in the midst of her beautiful creations? I am glad to see we're successful. It shows you as a true believer in Kinnereth. You too.
Can you spare? I can see you are a kind soul. I saw Valis O'Deal at the Grey Mare again. Yes, it's quite odd. Reynald, who I've bumped into several times in Coral, acted like I was a complete stranger. Also, he seemed sober, which is a refreshing change. Usually Reynald is stumbling around Coral, drunk as can be. Very odd, but then it's really none of my business. Blessings of Akatos upon you.
Sorry, friend. It looks like you've wandered into a restricted area. You've got to leave.
If I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, I've never been to Shadenhall. Oh, hang on, you're someone else. Apologies, my good friend. I mistook you for someone else. Always being asked about it, I am. Didn't I see you in Shadenhall, they say? Well, I'm sick of it. Sick and tired, tired and sick, and perhaps a little drunk. But never mind. You look like the honest sort, so I've got a job for you. You're going to travel to Shanehill and find out what sort of imposter is trying to besmirch my good name. And you're going to tell him... You're going to tell him I'm quite capable of besmirching my good name on my own. You should cease and desist immediately. There's 50 gold pieces in it for you, friend. Right then. Off you go. I swear I didn't know that was your pig. Eh? Oh, sorry. I looked like someone else just then. Or rather, you did. Yeah, that's it. Aren't you doing a job for me? You should be off then. I swear...
Welcome, Knight Commander. So Argonians get this hist stuff from licking hist trees, and the Blackwood Company got bad hist that made them crazy. He seems to be different than your usual self-proclaimed holy man. Maybe what he says is true. That the attack on the Chapel of Devella is just the beginning of an assault on the church itself. The gauntlets, eh? They're a Relder's responsibility. Speak to him about them. Be seeing you.
Any friend of Martin's is a friend of mine. The church has taken no official position on his teaching yet, but from the reports I've heard, he may be truly inspired by the divines. Oh, those. You'll want to speak to a Relder about them. He's in charge of keeping people away from them. You too.
What brings you here, my lady? Have you heard? Ah, yes. The gauntlets have been here for ages. I know only the basic story behind them. They're more of a novelty these days. My only real involvement with them these days is keeping the youngsters from hurting themselves trying to pick the gauntlets up. What is your interest in them, if I may ask? Yes, well, I don't know the whole thing. A great many years ago, a knight of the Old Order did something terrible, and the gauntlets just fell off. They dropped to the floor right where he stood, and no one could lift them. It was a sign of the curse placed upon this knight by Stendar, I think. That curse still lingers on today, in fact. Poor Kellen. Oh, why, he's a descendant of that very knight from so long ago. The curse has affected his family all these years. He suffers from it now. He came here from Hammerfell seeking a cure, but... well, there's really nothing that can be done for him, I think. He may know more of the story than I. Perhaps you should speak with him, if he's feeling well enough. The gauntlets have been here far longer than any of us. I don't expect that to ever change. They'll almost certainly be here long after we're all gone. Certainly after Kellen's family has died out. It's a horrible thing, truly. One cannot help but pity those such as Kellen, who have such a burden placed on them, through no fault of their own. But if it is the will of the Nine, then there is little that can be done. He's down in the chapel hall, resting. You may speak to him if you like. Take care.
have we here?
What is it? Is there a cure? Has Arelder found a cure? I know there's something he's not telling me. You too. Come back to see the doomed man, have you? Bye. We're all in your debt for... Don't know why anyone would visit the other cities of Cyrodiil. Coral has it all, and a fairly low murder rate. The church is still in turmoil from the attack on the Chapel of Dibella. I don't think anyone has had time to really study this prophet's teachings. My best advice... You've seen them, I assume. The only evidence of what happened so many years ago. Do you know that I thought perhaps I could lift them? That somehow this curse would be lifted if I could pick them up. I tried for hours, until my whole body ached, and I could barely move. I lay there on the floor next to them, weeping. I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've been at the end of my rope for far too long to be ashamed of anything. I don't know why they're still here. They're so heavy, and I'm so weak. What does Stendarr want from me? Ah, so you've heard it, have you? Terrible curse. Been in the family almost longer than anyone can remember. When I was younger, I could live with it. Wasn't so bad. But it's only gotten worse over time. I'd come here, to the place it all happened, in the hopes that something could be done. I fear I haven't much time left otherwise. Arelder has let me stay, mostly out of pity, I think. But there's something else. I swear he knows more than he tells. I've seen plenty of pity in people's eyes over the years. I grew up recognizing it. But with Arelder, there's something else there. And when he speaks to me, there are times I'd swear he sounds apologetic. Guilty, even. Why would that be? What reason does he have to hold back information? I know I'm a doomed man one way or the other. Speak to him if you can. Convince him to tell me what he knows as a dying man's last wish. You too.
Hail!
Well met. I was in Shadenhall last week, and I'm sure I saw Reynold...
I saw
You
Irana
too.
leaving town.
Good day. I cannot face him. I know what might be done for him, but I haven't the will to do it. I wish I could help him. Truly I do. But I cannot muster the strength to damn myself on his behalf. The curse. I know what would lift it, but I cannot do it. The only way to free Kellen of his curse is to take it on myself. I am not strong enough to do this, and so I am a failure. I fail Kellen every time I speak to him, and I fail Stendar every time I pray to him and do not ask for the power to lift the curse. Do you know one who would do such a thing? One who would pray at this chapel's altar, pray to Stendar for the power to lift this curse? I've told you, the only way to lift the curse from Kellen is to pray to Stendar for the power to free him. But that means taking the curse on yourself. You'll be marked for life, as will all your children and your children's children. Good day.
A pleasure to see you.
Good news from Kvat. For a change. The last of the Daedra have been...
That's great.
Great. I'd like to learn... more about spellcasting. Might have to head over to the major...
You must excuse me as I'm not feeling well. Good day. Bye. How did you? I feel good. I feel good. I don't feel like death. I feel like running. I can't believe it. I feel normal. Thank you so much. You have no idea what this means to me. I finally have a chance to get out and see the world. I'm not wasting another second of my life, and I'm forever indebted to you, friend. Farewell. Greetings, champion. I'm at your service. Bye.
Please.
By all means.
What's going on with you? Good day. You lifted the curse? But that means that now you've cursed yourself. Why would you do such a thing? Good day. I can't believe you were willing to do that for Kellen. To sacrifice your own well-being without hesitation. What business do I have acting as a priest if I'm not willing to do all I can in helping those who need it? Perhaps I need to rethink my calling.
Look at the muscles on you. It's you. I've heard of you. You're the one restoring the Knights of the Nine, aren't you? My name is Caradus O'Holan. Like you, I am a servant of the Nine, specifically of Zenithar. I came here seeking his mace. However, I could not pass the test. I'm no Crusader, but that doesn't mean that I cannot serve Zenithar. In light of the recent attacks, I've signed on to protect the chapel. I'm fair with the blade, and by my honor, I'll serve the Nine in any way I can. Of the original Divines, Zenithar is thought to be the most in touch with the mortal realm. Some legends say that Zenithar has close ties to Kinnereth, an idea that is supported by the manner in which the two gods' realms interact. Craftsmen devoted to Zenithar are able to create and profit from the materials provided. The two work in harmony. The natural world provides. I grew up in Cheydinhall. My father was a cobbler. My mother was an acolyte of Zenithar. She was self-taught, not part of the chapel proper. They were both killed in an accident when I was young. I became a ward of the crown and was drafted into the Imperial Army. After serving 2 tours patrolling Stros Makai, I left the service for a life devoted to Zenithar, inspired by my parents. I grew up in Cheydinhall. They were both killed in an accident when I was after serving 2. Legends say that when Pellinor Whitestrake was slain by the Aliens, a messenger carried the mace to the human centuries later. The Master when St. Caladus was laid to rest. Legends say that centuries when St. of the original subcrafts the 2. Good day. Have you had any luck retrieving the mace? Bye.
A pleasure to speak with you. I heard that some of the province... It's a pretty town, and everyone is really friendly. Except maybe some Khajiit and Argonians who are upset about the Transnibbin. I think it's a shame how they took that land from elsewhere. Bye.
Please, go ahead. So you're the one that's come for the mace, are you? Another adventurer looking for treasure? Get on with it if you must. The shrine is downstairs. But I wouldn't expect much if I were you. No one has ever succeeded. May you find healing here for your wounds and for your troubled spirit. There's a peace here in the chapel for all who seek it. Legends say that when farewell.
Die, damn Do your worst!
I can't believe it. You have the mace. And you stopped those horrible Daedra. I was wrong to doubt you. I ask your forgiveness.
I can't believe it. We survived. By the grace of the Nine, we survived. In no small part to you, Sir Knight. By your will, and the will of the Nine, the Chapel of Zenithar has held against this blasphemer. Sir, I pledge you my sword. I wish to join you in your quest to restore the Knights of the Nine and defeat this Umaril. I can only hope to match your bravery and valor. I am honored to serve by your side. Allow me to fetch more suitable equipment. I shall return shortly.
Farewell.
I see in you the makings of a grand hero. You've saved our lives. We owe you a debt of thanks. You too.
I thought for sure that we would meet the same end as our comrades in Anvil. Thank you, Sir Knight. We are in your...
Farewell.
Welcome. I used to be a priest of the Tribunal Temple in Kraganmore. After the collapse, I drifted for a while, until I joined the chapel. The beggars and the Wicked Thieves Guild still trouble me. I wish the Nine Divines offered charity and comfort to the poor like the temple did. You too. Up. Let's do business.
Farewell.
May you walk on warm sands.
It is a privilege. Welcome, Knight Commander. Goodbye.
It's a fight you'll get! you! Your presence here will not be tolerated.
Your presence here will not be tolerated.
Open the gate, please! I must get out of here! Thank you for rescuing me. I've lost track of how long they've held me here. I am Sir Thedred. I came here seeking the shield of the Crusader, and was ambushed by these cowards. They've held me here since. I've been held prisoner by these scoundrels for the longest time. They want to know how to reach the shield, and believed I would help them. When I refused, they locked me here, and only let me out to torture me. They got nothing from me. I can't go with you if that's what you mean. I'm too weak. I need to rest. Once I have my strength, I will certainly join your cause. You'll have to go on alone. But the knowledge I've gained may be of use to you. Before finding this place, I learned a bit about those who created it. It's designed to keep the shield hidden and safe. Phrase kept coming up in the writings I found. When the eyes of the Guardians are upon you, Julianos will show you favor. I'm not sure how, but I just know it's a clue for making it safely through these ruins. You're the only one I've told. I hope it helps you.